I got that animal ambition. I got that animal ambition. I got that.
What's up, y'all? Smoak here. What's good? In this video, I'm gonna be watching 20 times WWE went completely wrong by Tap Out Corner. Just like in any other form of show business, not always things are gonna go to according to plan. Like you see TV shows and movies, probably gonna be several times before they get the scenes actually right. Despite how talented the actors may be, you know, mistakes do happen. Unfortunately for theater and WWE, like there is no take 2, 3, 5, whatever, as they perform in front of a live audience. So if they mess it up, then that's it. You just gotta keep going with it, whether they're talking on the mic or they're performing in ring. So yeah, that's just the nature of the business. So yeah, let's get to watching this video.
Things go wrong all the time in WWE.
Saudi Arabia, he's had dinner with many princes and very important people, and he just... Oh my God, what the heck?
Sometimes it's pretty funny.
This could happen. Ford now on the announce table.
I remember that match right there on SmackDown. His man, D'Angelo Hawkins, I think that's his name. I can't remember. He was at a wedding. At least that's what they said. I don't know if it was real or not. So he had one-on-one against Roman Reigns, and it was a cool match. Of course, Roman Reigns won. I don't remember the interference. It was so long ago, I don't remember. But I guess they were supposed to do a spot, but never came to that yet. And for whatever reason, Montez Ford just stood on the table, and when he got on top, it just collapsed. He just looked down. It's like, oh well, and just, you know, kept performing. Again, mistakes happen. You just gotta go with the flow.
While others are serious.
When Brock missed the shooting star press in WrestleMania, I was up in the skybox. My first notion was that he was dead.
Let's start with some fun ones first. Stone Cold.
I don't understand why he did the shooting star press that far though. I understand you want to make it WrestleMania moment, but bro, shooting star, bro. Like for Frog Splash, you could do it because you just flying into the dude. Shooting star press, you fly into the dude while at the same time you're doing a backflip in the air. Like that's ridiculous, bro. Like the amount of strengths you need, I'm talking about leg strength and core strength to make that leap. If it's somebody of his weight, it was just ridiculous, bro.
Cold's beer baths were always exciting to watch, except for the fans in the front row. On an episode of Monday Night Raw, Santino Marella was in the ring running his mouth. Steve Austin cut Santino off and did what he does best. After laying out the Cobra, the Rattlesnake brought out a beer truck and gave Santino a wash. Unfortunately, the fans also got a free shower too, due to the hose accidentally spraying the front row. I just hope the fans didn't get pulled over by the cops on their way home. Oh no, officer, I was just sprayed by a hose connected to a beer truck that had been driven into the arena. Fans.
Oh, snap. Yo, I didn't even know that. Bro, if that was me, I would have been pissed. Like, yeah, accidents happen, but bro, that's crazy. For those that be like, it's only liquor. Bro, I don't care if it's just water. I'm not getting wet. You're ruining my clothes. Like, come on. Damn. That reminds me of a situation, though, with something more surreal than that. Maybe it's going to be on the list. I don't know. If it's not, I'll mention it if I don't forget.
Fans absolutely love Shawn Michaels, but the fans at In Your House 9 loved HBK a bit too much. While making his entrance, the crowd leaned over the guardrail to get a piece of the sexy boy. There was too much weight though, and the guardrail collapsed, and the fans hit the floor. Luckily, no one seemed to get hurt. The September 20-
Yo, notice none of them was women. They were all men, bro, trying to grab the sexy boy. Oh my gosh.
25th 2006 episode of Raw got off to a very unusual start. The show opened like normal, but within a few seconds, the power went out.
We're having a technical difficulty, ladies and gentlemen, our electricity, our lights, and our sound.
I look like Ricardo Rodriguez. I doubt that's him, though.
Unfortunately, not even the microphones were working.
Wow.
The show ended up looking less like Monday Night Raw and more like Wish.com presents Monday Night Raw. The power did eventually get turned on, but it was easily the weirdest way a WWE show had ever started. Brock Lesnar does not know his own strength. Before his WrestleMania match,
I wonder if that Raw is on Peacock. Huh.
Undertaker, Brock Lesnar made an appearance on Raw where he got into a fight with Mark Henry. To punish Henry and to send a message to the dead man, Brock Lesnar F5'd the world's strongest man through the commentary table. However, as Lesnar was taking off the TV monitors, one of them hit the ring and then bounced into the crowd. Thankfully, there were no reports of anyone suffering serious injuries. However, this guy could have had it much worse. Imagine having a car door.
How bouncy? Wait. How bouncy that monitor? It bounced up like a basketball. Damn.
Or thrown at you. And yes, that has happened. After Seth Rollins cashed in Money in the Bank and took Brock Lesnar's WWE Championship, the Beast had one mission on his mind. In the weeks leading up to their one-on-one rematch,
I think I remember
Lesnar and
this.
Rollins would clash several times. During one incident, Brock Lesnar destroyed the card that Seth Rollins had given as a gift to his security. Lesnar ripped off a door and threw it to the side. However, the Beast threw the car door a bit too hard and it landed in the crowd and hit a fan. WWE checked to make sure the person was okay and then gave them a tour backstage. Seriously, how did John Morrison think he was going to connect with this?
Morrison looking apprehensive only for a moment.
Do not let WWE ever host a debate. Not because they're a wrestling company, but because, well, just watch. In 2012, the World Heavyweight Champion Sheamus and the number one contender, The Big Show, faced off in a debate that was being moderated by Booker T.
Ugh.
Things were getting heated when all of a sudden, Big Show's podium fell apart.
Do I get a new podium? I leaned on my podium. I apologize for that, Big Show. Okay. I'm slightly overweight. It gave a.
This guy literally had one.
Another example of going with the flow, bro. It was obviously a botch on the object part. It just fell apart, and it's the Big Show just playing along with it. That's cool. At least make it sturdy. I mean, come on, what are you doing?
Job, and yet he still failed. At WrestleMania 25, Shawn Michaels attempted to end The Undertaker's undefeated streak.
I know what's coming.
One part of the match saw Michaels use a cameraman as a human shield.
Man,
This was all part of
dude.
the script, and the cameraman was actually a wrestler named Deuce, the son of Jimmy Snuka.
Yeah.
All Deuce had to do was catch The Undertaker, but instead, this happened.
Wait a minute, look at this!
Thankfully, Undertaker wasn't seriously hurt, and he and HBK went on to have arguably the greatest WWE match of all time.
Facts.
As for Deuce, he was fired a few months later.
Yeah.
At least he didn't accidentally set The Undertaker on fire. And oh yeah, that has happened. Twice, in fact.
Man.
In 1998, The Undertaker was gearing up for a match against Vader. However, the pyro guy must have thought it was Kane versus Vader, resulting in the dead man's face nearly getting burned off. Over 10 years later, this would happen again, but it unfortunately was much, much worse. Later in his career, WWE started adding a burst of fire to The Undertaker's entrance. However, the flames were starting to get too close, and the dead man informed the pyro guy. The production member ignored Taker's concerns, leading to the Phenom nearly dying.
Real talk, that's a fight. I don't give a shit. If he's telling you to be conscious, as he's the one going out there, walking to the flames and whatnot, you gotta take cautious, bro. You can't, like, come on. That's a fight. There's a thing called WrestleCore. I don't know if it's still around now, but they would have thrown it out the window, just have a fight right there, bro. For real.
At the Elimination Chamber pay-per-view, Undertaker made his entrance like normal when he suddenly got engulfed by flames. Taker luckily got out of there before he became a literal dead man, but did suffer first and second degree burns. Despite this, Undertaker continued and wrestled a 35-minute match. Needless to say, this is the last night that pyro guy was an employee of WWE.
Yo, for
the
sure,
RKO
bro.
is
You
simply
need
the
to
most
get fired.
iconic WWE finisher.
Oof.
What helps that accolade
remember that
is that
one.
Randy Orton has almost never botched it. But the key word there is almost. In 2012, the Viper was facing the Big Show on Raw. Orton was setting up for the RKO, but this is how it turned out.
RKO from Orton!
They say anything can happen in WWE, but I don't think they expected this. Alexa
Epic moment, bro. And the match was good too. It was a great presentation. It was a great match overall. A great I mean, the finish was like okay. It's only because of the interference, but I guess for Roman's heel, it was great. Paul Heyman, man, was funny. He said, "Here, take it. You're your new Universal WWE Champion of the World," something like that. He had enough of Brock's violence tendencies, bro. It was hilarious.
Bliss and Ember Moon were competing in a match on Raw, with Ronda Rousey in Ember's corner and Alicia Fox in Bliss's. However, a fifth competitor wanted to join them. A bat fell from the top of the arena and started flying around the ringside area. This next clip shows why WWE doesn't use animals in storylines anymore.
Yeah.
One of the most shocking and scary WWE moments happened during Jake the Snake Roberts and Macho Man Randy Savage's rivalry. At one point, Roberts called out Macho Man, who of course came to the ring. However, Jake got the better of Savage and wrapped Randy's arms around the ring ropes. Jake Roberts then pulled out a cobra and had the reptile bite Savage on the arm.
Wow.
This was all planned. What wasn't was how long the snake was going to stay attached to Randy's limb.
Dang.
Roberts could not get the cobra to let go, and it continued to bite Savage's arm. The snake had been devenomized, and eventually the reptile loosened its grip. Despite all that, Macho Man's arm began to swell up, and a few days after the bite, he had to be rushed to the hospital. Savage had a 104-degree fever, which eventually went down, and Randy did recover.
Yeah.
In an ironic twist, it was the snake that died after the incident.
Dang.
The cobra might have been devenomized, but Macho Man wasn't. Sure, wrestling may not be a competitive sport, and everyone knows this.
Yeah.
However, just like actors in a movie, wrestlers have to stay in character during WWE shows. If a wrestler breaks character, it's usually by accident or because something serious is happening.
Yeah.
You would never see wrestlers break character for no reason in the middle of a WWE show. Except it did happen one time. In 1996, WWE was doing a show at Madison Square Garden. The main event was between the WWE champion Shawn Michaels and the challenger Diesel, aka Kevin Nash. Michaels won the match, and afterward, Razor Ramon came out and congratulated HBK. This was a little surprising. Both Razor and Shawn were good guys, so it made sense. However, Triple H, who was a bad guy at the time, entered the ring and did this. The three men then also embraced Kevin Nash and completely shattered the illusion. Keep in mind that this was 1996 and WWE had never had anything like this happen. The reason Ramon, Michaels, Nash, and Triple H did this was because Razor and Kevin were about to leave WWE and start wrestling for another company called WCW. Since the four friends weren't going to see each other regularly, they decided to share one last moment together before parting ways. WrestleMania 24.
As a fan too, for the older guys that, know pro wrestling is scripted, it must have been an awesome moment because they've never seen anything like it before. So that's cool. WrestleMania 24, I think I know what this is.
Was kind of a cursed show. First off, the power went out in the middle of a match.
Oh, wow.
Oh, look at Maria.
I think I remember this.
Cameras on,
Yeah,
going
I
on.
remember this.
Oh, wait a minute. Did the Undertaker just arrive? They were having some technical difficulties here in ringside.
Ironically, once the Undertaker did come out, something much worse happened. After defeating Edge and winning the World Heavyweight Championship, WWE had a mini fireworks show for the Dead Man. However, one of the cables malfunctioned, causing the pyro to fall into the crowd. About a dozen people got hurt, and 3 even had to be taken to the hospital. While it was tragic, at least no one died. But one WWE fan was not so fortunate.
Well, that's trash though. When you're like, you there, you enjoying the show's ending, you're like, oh, that was great. Nothing, no, boom, you just get burned, bro. Like, come on. That's, man.
2017, WWE was hosting a non-televised show in Portland, Maine. The event was off to a normal start, but during the second match, something tragic happened. An elderly man was watching from the stands when he suddenly collapsed. First responders came and tried to revive the man for 20 minutes. The fan was taken to the hospital, where he sadly passed away. The exact cause is unknown, but it's believed the elderly man suffered a heart attack.
Yeah.
It's perhaps not as surprising, but wrestlers have suffered life-altering injuries and even died during WWE shows. In 1999, WWE was filming an episode of SmackDown from Uniondale, New York.
SmackDown,
One of the matches was Draws versus D'Lo Brown. The two had worked together several times, so it seemed like this would just be a typical match. During the contest, Brown went to perform his signature running powerbomb, a move he had done many times. However, Draws was wearing a loose-fitting shirt, which prevented D'Lo from getting a firm grip. This resulted in Draws landing on his head and ultimately left him paralyzed for the rest of his life. This tragically happened just 5 months after another wrestler had died in the ring.
Yeah.
Owen Hart was, and is, considered by many to be one of the greatest technical wrestlers of all time. Despite his amazing skill, Owen struggled to stand out during the entertainment-focused era of WWE in the late 90s. To combat this, Hart became a superhero-themed character called the Blue Blazer, a persona Owen had used earlier in his career. To play up the character, Owen was lowered from the ceiling of the arena to make his entrance and exit during a show. It went well the first time, so WWE decided to do it again at the Over the Edge pay-per-view event in 1999. However, this time, there was a malfunction, and Owen fell 78 feet. Attempts were made to revive him, but due to the blunt force trauma, Owen Hart bled to death and died just minutes after the accident. Owen was only 34 years old and left behind 2 children. To find out what happened to Owen Hart's kids and where they are today, watch this video. Things
I'm gonna watch that video, but yeah, that was unfortunate. And since then, they never did anything like it before again. I don't recall in the WWE where they come out from the ceiling and stuff. That was tragic. Yeah. It was. Other than that, though, it was a cool vid. Though it was a cool vid. That Stone Cold Steve Austin one still got me though. They put the holes like on the ground. It just went haywire, going to the fans. I was like, wow. And you got kids there too. Just like, wow. I don't know if it's real beer, but that'd be wild as hell, bro. No cap. So yeah, thank you guys for watching. Peace, I'm out.